Hello and welcome everyone to the 2021 Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick virtual launch ceremony. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize that Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick building sits on traditional, unceded, and unsurrendered Wolastoqey lands. The peace and friendship treaties that were signed in the 1700s between the British and the Wolastoqey, Mi'kmaq, and Passamaquoddy are unique to the East Coast and are the basis of our relationship to each other. These treaties were, in fact, not about ceding land claims, but rather about rights and obligations, providing a framework for respectful coexistence. That is why at Dalhousie we talk about unceded lands and how we are all treaty people. The river that runs right by the university is the Wolastoq River, also known as the St. John River, along which settled the Wolastoqey, the people of the beautiful and bountiful river. At today's launch ceremony, we are celebrating our learners as they embark on their medical career. With this, there is a commitment to equitable service to all and lifelong learning about the rich tapestry of cultures, practices, and traditions that surround us. We've all gathered around our computer screens today to celebrate the DMNB Class of 2021 for having successfully completed 4 years of undergraduate medical education here in New Brunswick. In pre-COVID circumstances, we would all be sitting together at the Imperial Theatre. Our graduates, their supporters, staff, faculty, and guests for a total of over 200 people. The ceremony would begin with a swell of bagpipes, and then the DMNB Class of 2021 would march in from the lobby, one by one, in their white coats, to take their seats on the stage while the rest of us looked on proudly, cheering them on and snapping pictures. This year, with the COVID-19 pandemic still upon us, all of us at DMNB, students, staff, and faculty, have continued to demonstrate our unique ability to be nimble, innovative, and resilient when it comes to the delivery of medical school curriculum and participation in the care of patients and our communities. You have taken up this challenge wholeheartedly and have demonstrated remarkable adaptability from the time the pandemic interrupted your clerkship and into this year where you navigated your fourth and final year at DMNB. What you have accomplished amidst these unprecedented circumstances is truly special. The DMNB community has been forever enriched by each member of the class of 2021 and the impact that you've had on our campus as well as the community at large. Not just here in St. John, but in communities both big and small across New Brunswick. Absolutely incredible. Our students have enhanced our communities, and in true New Brunswick fashion, our communities have adopted our students in turn. The year 2020 marked a special milestone, Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick's 10th anniversary. DMNB opened its doors to its inaugural cohort of students in September 2010, and now, 11 years later, and one pandemic later, we are celebrating the graduation of the 8th class. From the beginning, DMNB has endeavored to make each student's undergraduate medical experience special, which is why these events, such as First Light and this launch ceremony, were created to remind students of the immense support systems that you have here in New Brunswick as you set out on your lifelong medical education and practice journey. Over the last 11 years, DMNB faculty and staff from all over the province have assumed positions of leadership and influence at Dalhousie Medical School, making the DMNB campus a vital contributor to the school's vision and mission. And I have full confidence in you, the class of 2021, that you'll pick up the torch and continue to light the way for DMNB. The circumstances under which we celebrate today's launch ceremony may be very different from what you imagined when you began your journey at DMNB 4 years ago. But some core things remain unchanged. To To the class of 2021, how much you have accomplished, what bright futures you have ahead of you, and how proud we are of all of you. So without further ado, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome the DMNB Class of 2021.
Hello everyone. I'm pleased to welcome you to our virtual celebration of the 8th Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick Launch Ceremony. Thank you for joining us online for this very special event. Today, we recognize the achievements and commitment to the study of medicine of the Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick Class of 2021. It has always been a great pleasure for me to attend the First Light Ceremony and the Launch Ceremony, welcoming students into the study of medicine in New Brunswick and celebrating the completion of 4 years of study in your home province. Although we are commemorating your graduation from Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick in an untraditional way, This in no way diminishes this tremendous educational achievement that will bring you a great sense of accomplishment to every member of this special class. While we celebrate your achievement, it's important we take the time to acknowledge some very important people who have helped get you to where you are today, your family and friends. They have encouraged you, listened to you, guided you, and celebrated your journey to become a physician. To the parents, children, friends, and partners, thank you for your enduring patience and support. To our students, you've worked hard these past 4 years, and in a few weeks' time, we'll be celebrating your graduation from Dalhousie Medical School. While I'm sure this is not at all how any of you pictured this exciting moment in your lives would play out, physically separated from your classmates when they've been there with you every step of the way, our reality is a testament to how we as physicians must be able to adapt to meet our ever-changing situations and environments. The class of 2021 has risen to every challenge this pandemic has presented and managed to find creative ways to stay connected with your classmates and your community. Your strength, tenacity, and eagerness to answer the call of need have been a constant for these 4 years, even in these uncertain times. And I believe your efforts and enthusiasm have truly made a difference. Throughout these extraordinary times, I have been continuously impressed by the support and patience shown by our students in the face of unprecedented circumstances, and by their dedication to reaching out and giving back to the community. With the support of our community partners, the province of New Brunswick, the University of New Brunswick, and our teaching hospitals, we are proud of you and look forward to your future. Under the leadership of Dr. Hall, I have watched Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick grow into an integral part of Dalhousie Medical School's success. I have great confidence that as you transition into the next phase of your career, you will represent Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick well and continue its legacy of outstanding medical professionals. Soon you will depart for residencies in towns and cities across the country. Wherever your path, you will soon begin to belong to a large network of Dalhousie medical graduates. I encourage you to call upon our medical alumni community. There are thousands of Dalhousie graduates across Canada and around the world who are willing to help new graduates. They, along with the Dalhousie Medical Alumni Association, can be among your best professional and personal support. And someday soon, new Dalhousie graduates will call upon you. As your roles evolve throughout your career, I urge you never to lose sight of why you decided to enter medicine in the first place, to help people. A good doctor practices with empathy, compassion, and trust. Remember this, it will serve you and your patients well. On behalf of the entire faculty, we offer our sincere thanks for all that you have done and all that you are going to do to better serve your community. And we look forward to many of you returning to the province of New Brunswick to work and live after you've completed your residency training. Thank you again, and congratulations on this special day.
Thank you, Dr. Anderson and Dr. Hall, for your warm and welcoming remarks. Your leadership and support for the class of 2021 has been unwavering and certainly appreciated, especially in this last year. I have a few thoughts to share and a short poem that has become a treasure of mine since the summer. It really is remarkable to consider the personal and professional growth each of you has gone through as newly minted doctors. You have matured collectively during your navigation through medical school. There are many words that come to my mind as I consider the class of 2021. Those would include kindness, self-compassion, reflection, humor, generosity, humility, honesty, family and friendship, tenacity, vulnerability, and integrity. As I reflect on the pandemic, we have learned that being kind to others and being altruistic can better help us navigate such stressful times. We have witnessed this in your class time and time again, and I thank you for that. I hope that your insights on the importance of engagement and your curiosity will follow you into your residency and beyond. On the theme of launch, I'll read a short poem by Lucille Clifton titled Blessing the Boats. May the tide that is entering even now the lip of our understanding carry you out beyond the face of fear. May you kiss the wind, then turn from it, certain that it will love your back. May you open your eyes to water, water waving forever, and may you, in your innocence, sail through this to that. Wishing you and yours all the best today on launch day, and many thanks for including student affairs along the way. Please keep in touch with us and with each other. And that's it. Thank you.
Dear students, leadership, faculty, staff, and guests, thank you to Dr. David Anderson, Dean of the Dalhousie University Faculty of Medicine, and Dr. Jennifer Hall, Associate Dean of Dalhousie Medicine, New Brunswick, for inviting me to speak to you on this special occasion, your launch ceremony. Today is a significant milestone in your lives as you complete your studies and launch into your medical careers. As you move into the next phase of studying and working towards either family medicine or a specialty, I want to congratulate you and welcome you to this profession. I'm a proud graduate of Dalhousie University, where I completed my residency in family medicine, and I did many of my rotations at the St. John Regional Hospital, where I learned so much from great role models and mentors, Dr. Mahesh Raju, and in Fredericton, Dr. Ann Collins and Dr. Krishnaswamy. They helped to challenge me as I worked to achieve my goals. And it will be challenging, but that is no surprise to you. I'm sure this is something you knew when you began this journey. There will be long days and long nights and hard work as you make crucial decisions to help your patients, support your colleagues and health teams, and more. It will be fulfilling knowing that you can help your patients recover from serious illness, accidents, or even help them in the prevention of an illness developing into something worse is rewarding. At times, it will be lonely as you work and make those important decisions. But you are more than ready to face this, especially at this time in your lives. You've completed your studies for your work in healthcare during a global pandemic, and your efforts are to be commended. I'm sure COVID-19 has affected you just as it has affected so many others in New Brunswick over the last year. It has likely affected your class time and your time to do your clerkships as we experience stay-at-home restrictions, province-wide and zone-specific lockdowns. Many of you have had to work and study from home, and it will continue to affect us all as we work to overcome it through vaccination, to create herd immunity and good public health measures. We will need doctors like yourselves to help us achieve that goal. We hope you will strongly consider staying in New Brunswick and helping us with this important work to keep everyone healthy and safe. Our province has worked hard to minimize the impact the virus would have on our residents, our families and friends, our colleagues and team members. It will be this type of teamwork that will help you in your work in a hospital, in a health clinic, or in your private practice. Many of you stepped up to help in any way you could. The initiative to pair with hospital staff to provide personal support in the early months of COVID-19 shows you are ready to step up and help when needed. Those are the actions that will help you in your day-to-day work as a doctor. We thank you for that. Those hospital workers needed that support at a time when there were so many unknowns facing our province and our country. We needed teams working in many sectors together all over New Brunswick to help us fight COVID-19. It was the efforts of a great team in government and in public health that has worked to protect the province from this pandemic. We put tough measures in place very early on and closed our borders in an effort to keep us safe. And when our case counts began to increase, we acted quickly to implement measures to keep the cases from spreading. The decisions we've made have not always been popular nor accepted by everyone, but it was what we had to do to keep everyone in this province safe. You will likely experience that as well. Not every decision you make or suggestion you offer will be welcomed, and there are times you will get pushback on those decisions. But you will have to stand firm on the decisions you make and move forward. That is what has helped me in my job as the Chief Medical Officer of Health for the province. My job is to do what's best for the public health, and that work is achieved by working as a team to see it through. This work to slow down the spread of the virus and the variants is one of the most important things I've had to face in my professional career. It has been worrying and scary at times as I watched what was happening in other provinces and countries. I would hear the worry in the voices of my counterparts across the country as they described what their provinces and territories were dealing with: high case counts, hospitalizations, and deaths from the virus. While for the most part I have been the face and voice for sharing information about the COVID-19 pandemic, I have done my best to convey to New Brunswickers how serious it is. As doctors, we have to remember the human element as we convey important information. I recall treating a female patient who took some time to be diagnosed and treated. Her treatment required her to be intubated and help her breathe. Following her treatment, we knew medically from the readings on the machines that she had improved and could be extubated, which can be a painful procedure. And as we were getting ready to do that, I looked down at her and I could see that she was trying to say something to me. And when I leaned over, I could hear her whispering, "I'm scared." She was scared she was not going to be able to breathe on her own. And even though as a doctor, I knew from what I was seeing that she would be able to, she didn't know that. And I was the one that had to convey that to her. It's a moment that has stayed with me and I haven't forgotten it. We can never overlook the human emotion in these moments. Our work to overcome this pandemic will continue for the unforeseeable future. With vaccines, we now have hope that things will return to normal soon. With each passing day, more and more people in the province are being vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus. But we will still see rising numbers of COVID-19 infections in New Brunswick, more sickness and more hospitalizations. Having good doctors such as yourselves helping on that front line will be important. I want to congratulate you on your achievement and wish you well as you move forward in your careers. The work you will do as a doctor will have a lasting impact on the lives of many people. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Dr. Russell. We sincerely appreciate all that you are doing for New Brunswickers and for taking the time today to impart your words of wisdom to the graduating class of DMNB for 2021. We will now move into the awards part of the ceremony.
Hello everyone, my name is Alyssa Belong and it is my distinct pleasure to present this year's Anchor Award. The Anchor Award is given on behalf of the graduating class to a staff member who has made the most significant contribution to our experience at DMNB. This has been a year like no other, and I can honestly say that we could not have done it without the incredible DMNB staff. The Student Affairs team has been instrumental in providing guidance and support as we have navigated an unprecedented final year of medical school. While relatively new to the Student Affairs team, this year's recipient has quickly garnered a position at the heart of our DMNB family. Whether it was spending countless hours editing and re-editing our CVs, answering frantic CARMS questions at all hours of the day, or simply sending words of encouragement with photos of her dogs, this person always ensured that we felt heard and were never forgotten. It is my honor to present this award to the incredible and deserving Renee Lesky.
Hi, my name is Marlise. I'm at the DMNB Class of 2024. The classes of 2024 and 2023 would like to recognize Dr. Monica Graves for the Best in Class Award for her outstanding contribution to teaching and student life at DMNB. Dr. Graves is always exceptionally committed to enriching our learning. She has been an incredible resource to us and serves as a fantastic role model for clinical practice while remaining humble, approachable, and kind. Congratulations, Dr. Graves.
My name is Nicholas Quinn, and I'm a member of the graduating class of 2021. And today I'll be presenting the Block Resident Teaching Award. This award is given to a resident in the block program who our class feels has most contributed to our medical education through clerkship. The person our class has chosen to receive the award is someone who truly embodies the spirit of the award. Many of us worked with him on different internal medicine clerkship rotations, particularly on the medical teaching unit. His passion for internal medicine and teaching were always evident. He always made time for teaching, no matter how busy the unit, how late the call shift. He was always patient and eager to teach. Despite being incredibly knowledgeable, he was always humble, approachable, and kind. As new clerks navigating the medical teaching unit, he provided us support throughout clerkship and served as a great role model. It is my pleasure to present this award to Dr. Matthew Spear.
Hello, I am Gabrielle Robin. I am a member of the graduating class of 2021. Today, I am presenting the LIC Resident Teaching Award. This award is given to a resident in the longitudinal clerkship program who our class considers has most significantly contributed to our medical education during clerkship. This individual selected truly embodies the spirit of this award. It is my pleasure to present this award to Dr. Louisa Felice. My classmates and I were fortunate to work with Louisa in broad clinical specialties, from obstetrics to cardiology, and consistently recognized her dedication to teaching. I always appreciated her supportive, approachable nature, regardless of the hour or busyness of the shift. It is a shared feeling among all clinical clerks who worked with her how positive of an impact she had. And as we transition into residency, we hope to emulate her commitment towards future medical students. Thank you, Louisa, for your dedication to our medical learning.
The first award that I will present is the Dalhousie Medical Research Foundation Lewis and Atkinson Award for Emergency Medicine and Point of Care Ultrasound. This award was established by Drs. David Lewis and Paul Atkinson to encourage, recognize, and inspire innovation in research, emergency medical education, and academic initiatives for all aspects related to emergency medicine and critical care, with a preference to innovations that promote point-of-care ultrasound. I am pleased to present this year's award to two members of the DMNB Class of 2022, Pat Price and Ilya Abelev. Congratulations, Pat and Ilya. We now have the Builders Award. This award is given by the Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick staff and is presented to a graduating student they feel has made the greatest contribution to DMNB over the last 4 years. This year's recipient has demonstrated enthusiastic, thoughtful leadership and engagement with classmates and faculty across the campuses. I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient of the Builders Award is Bryn O'Coin. Next up is the Director's Choice Clinical Skills Award. This award is chosen by the director of the Skilled Clinician course and is given to a graduating DMNB student who demonstrates aptitude and excellence in clinical skills. This year, I am pleased to announce that the Director's Choice Clinical Skills Award goes to Rob Hanlon. I am now pleased to announce the recipient of the Stefan Mildenberger Award in Social Pediatrics. This award is given to the DMNB student graduating who has demonstrated exceptional contributions to social pediatrics throughout the medical school years. I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient of the Stefan Mildenberger Award in Social Pediatrics is Victoria Kuliza. I am delighted to announce the recipient of the Humanities Award. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student who has demonstrated the attributes of humanism during their training and contributed to the concept and spirit of the humanities in medicine. I am pleased to announce that this year's Humanities Award goes to Natalie Goodine. And the final award that I am honored to present is the Humanities Award for Fostering Professional Identity. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student who demonstrated professionalism, community service, and teamwork through the Humanities program at DMNB. I am delighted to announce that this year's Humanities Award for Fostering Professional Identity goes to Scott Fenwick. And now over to you, Dr. Boulay, for the rest of the awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherland. It's now my pleasure to announce the Dr. John Steeves Research in Medicine Award. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student in recognition of excellence in the completion of the 4-year course in Research in Medicine at DMNB. The award is named for DMNB's first Associate Dean, who continues to believe that research is a fundamental building block for creativity, innovation, and team-based improvements in patient and family care in the field of medicine. I'm pleased to announce that this year's Dr. John Steeves Research in Medicine Award goes to Faith Moore. Next up is the Dr. Mahesh Raju Internal Award. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student with the highest academic standing in internal medicine. I'm pleased to announce that this year's Dr. Mahesh Raju Internal Medicine Award goes to Nicholas Quinn. The Award of Excellence in Family Medicine is given to a graduating DMNB student with the highest standing in family medicine who matched to family medicine in the Maritimes. I'm pleased to announce that this year's award for excellence in family medicine goes to Scott Fenwick and Ben McMullen. Congratulations. And now for the first LICD award, the LICD Highest Academic Standing Award. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student who achieved the highest academic standing among the students assigned to a longitudinal clerkship site in New Brunswick. I'm very pleased to announce that this year's LICD Academic Standing Award goes to Emma Jeffrey. The second LICD award is the LICD Patient Champion Award. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student who demonstrated aptitude and excellence in fostering continuous caring relationships between patients and their families and the coordination of care in the healthcare setting. I'm pleased to announce that this year's LICD Patient Champion Award goes to Emma Jeffrey. Congratulations, Emma.
Thank you, Dr. Boulay. The Award of Excellence in Geriatric Medicine. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student who demonstrates aptitude and excellence in the field of geriatric medicine. I am pleased to announce that this year's Award of Excellence in Geriatric Medicine goes to Lucy Next up, we have the Award of Excellence in Internal Medicine. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student who demonstrates aptitude and excellence in the field of internal medicine. I am pleased to announce that this year's Award of Excellence in Internal Medicine goes to Nicholas Quinn. Well deserved, Nick. The Dr. Paul Honda Excellence in Nephrology Award is given on behalf of Dr. Paul and Eileen Honda to a graduating DMNB student who demonstrates aptitude and excellence in the field of nephrology. I am pleased to announce that this year's Dr. Paul Honda Excellence in Nephrology Award goes to Nicholas Quinn. Congratulations again, Nick. Next up, the Award of Excellence in Emergency Medicine. This award is given to a graduating DMNB student who demonstrates aptitude and excellence in the field of emergency medicine. I am pleased to announce that this year's Award of Excellence in Emergency Medicine goes to Benjamin McMullen and Robert Hanlon. Congratulations, Ben and Rob. Now, for the final award of the ceremony, the Award of Excellence in Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation. This award is given by the Stan Cassidy Center for Rehabilitation to a clinical clerk who demonstrates exceptional skills and true enthusiasm towards the specialty of physical medicine and rehabilitation. I am pleased to announce that this year's Award of Excellence in Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation goes to Molly Jackson. Congratulations, Molly. And congratulations once again to all of our award winners.
Welcome students, family, and faculty. As the Minister of Post-Secondary Education, Training and Labor, I'm honored to be asked to say a few words today as you reach this major milestone in your lives. Last year at this time, the world had already been turned upside down by COVID-19, and many of us wondered how and when our lives, let alone our education or careers, would get back on track. You have persevered and overcome significant challenges to your medical training over the past few months, but I hope that you've also seen the rewards. As we work through this pandemic, the importance of your education and career choices has never been more clear, and I am confident in saying that they are appreciated and welcomed by your fellow New Brunswickers. Our province and the world beyond has gained a better understanding of the sacrifices made and the dedication and the leadership shown by our doctors and other healthcare professionals. Also appreciated is the fact that Dalhousie University continues to offer this training in New Brunswick. For 11 years, This option has allowed students to continue their educations and pursue their ambitions in their home province, in many cases keeping them close to their loved ones and obtaining strong ties to their own communities. And these ties are extremely valuable as we look to seek and retain healthcare workers. As anyone who lives in New Brunswick can tell you, our quality of life is second to none. For students or working professionals, and having this program here, allowing people to find that balance is a tremendous asset to our province. As Minister of Post-Secondary Education, one of my priorities is ensuring students are able to have access to programs like this that will serve them well in their working years. And as Minister of Training and Labor, please know that another priority is doing all we can to connect employers with employees, whether that's in the healthcare sector or any other. Graduates, it's my sincere hope that your experience at Dalhousie Medicine New Brunswick has been a happy and memorable one. Congratulations on your accomplishments. I wish you well and hope that you choose to remain in New Brunswick to practice and contribute to building our health sector in the years ahead. Again, thank you for inviting me to participate today.
Dean Anderson, Dr. Hall, honored guests, DMNB faculty and staff, past, present, and future preceptors and mentors, family and friends, and the class of 2021. Thank you for joining us for this year's launch ceremony. My name is Natalie Goodine.
And my name is Scott Fenwick. On behalf of the student leadership at DMNB, thank you for choosing us to represent our classmates over the last 4 years. So let's start at the very beginning. And no, I'm not going to pull out Dr. Newman's elusive embryology puppet. Instead, I want everyone to think back to the precious moment when you received your acceptance letter to DMNB. Whether you found out while idling at a traffic light, hiding from your coworkers behind a tree, or sitting at home surrounded by family, 4 years ago, we received news that would change our lives forever. If, like me, you get goosebumps when you reminisce like this, let them serve as a physiologic reminder that we remain on the right path forward.
Now, let's fast forward to August 2017, where we joined together for progressive dinners, culminating in our first of many celebrations at the DMNB Lounge. Soon thereafter, we departed for O Week in Halifax. Although thinking about the 30-degree temperature in Risley Hall and the late nights at the Ale House gives me a headache, I like to think that we left St. John as strangers and returned as the beginnings of a family. Finally, we were officially welcomed to DMNB during the first light ceremony. With faces brightly lit by the warm glow of our individual candles, we embarked on the adventure of a lifetime.
Now let's take a moment to step back and reflect on just how much we've learned throughout medical school. First, we learned the basics, including how to ask an open-ended question, which way the stethoscope goes on, and most importantly, how to give feedback, and then feedback on that feedback.
And don't forget, feedback on the feedback of your feedback. On a more important note, we learned firsthand the unwavering support of the DMNB community. William and Doss spent countless hours with us in the anatomy lab. Local physicians were eager to teach during tutorials, clinical skills, and scan while you can sessions. Our volunteer patients showed up faithfully, even in inclement weather, and trusted us with their bodies and their life stories. Our student affairs team and all of the staff at DMNB held our hands, well, pretty much always, but especially during this pandemic.
As we moved into clerkship, we learned that 24-hour call shifts aren't as glamorous as they look on Grey's Anatomy. However, we learned that one morsel of positive feedback from an attending or a patient can make it all worth it. Finally, we learned to lean on each other and our loved ones when times were tough, and we are so much stronger because of it.
Even though we have accumulated so much medical knowledge throughout our journey at DalMed, what might stick with us more as we proceed to this next chapter will be the memories of when we put medicine aside to just have some fun together.
We definitely had some hidden talents emerge over the 4 years, like our wicked dance moves during the Med 1 Halloween flash mob, choreographed by the brilliant and patient Kim Mosler? Or how about Alex CrossFit McCullum leading us to tug-of-war titles at back-to-back years of Med Games in Quebec? And let's not forget Eric and Emma always hitting the high notes at Carrie Underwood Karaoke during our annual DMB celebration.
And I would be remiss if I were to neglect mentioning Euphoria. While we were unable to put on a show this year, the 3 Euphoria performances that we had will always have a place in our hearts. From woodland creatures shaking their tail feathers, to mechanics giving CPR to tires, to Gaston's posse of residents brawling with surgical instruments, each year had its own special moments.
In just a few short weeks, we will be diving headfirst into residency. With this in mind, we think it's important to discuss the concept of imposter syndrome, something we have all undoubtedly experienced over the last 4 years. For those in the audience who aren't familiar, imposter syndrome refers to an internal experience of believing that you are not as competent as others perceive you to be. As we move forward, we implore you to be proud of your education to date, be humble when mistakes inevitably happen, and be kind to yourself and your colleagues. When imposter syndrome comes knocking, remember that you earned this degree with late nights, early mornings, and long weekends of diligent preparation. For this, we are so proud of each and every one of you.
Finally, we want to thank everyone who helped get us to this point. Thank you to our parents, our partners, our preceptors, and our pets. Thank you to our lines of credit, our study playlists, and the dance floor at O'Leary's. But most of all, thank you to all of our classmates. We have seen each other at our best and at our worst. We've made it through a worldwide pandemic, a virtual CARMS tour, and hardest of all, neuroanatomy. We could not have asked for a better support group than you all. As we go our separate ways this summer, know that your classmates will always be in your corner. Cheers to the next chapter and to the DMNB Class of 2021.
I have stuff to do. I have to go to Dragon Ball. That's this guy.
Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
At this point in the launch ceremony, it is our tradition to invite one of our volunteer patients and one simulated patient to the Imperial Theater stage, where they ceremonially break a champagne bottle on the bow of the DMNB ship to officially launch the class of 2021. The word launch is a nautical reference, and we decided on naming this ceremony the Launch Ceremony to invoke New Brunswick's history of shipbuilding. We typically ask those who play a key role in the education of our students to help us launch them into their next phase of their careers, like a newly built ship being launched into the waters of its sailing career. Today, I have the honor of symbolically launching our students into the waters of their medical careers.
And today begins the journey I've been charged